one last story. You know that feeling that you get like when you haven't seen somebody for a while, or when somebody's passed on, and it's like you're trying to remember, you know, and then you sort of go through that panic of not remembering their face, you know. Imagine if the person that was the dearest to you, your mother, had passed away and you didn't even have a picture of her. We were never given a picture of our kid's mom or anybody. So about 1.5 years went by, and, well, about a year, and Ella kept saying, "Mom, I can't remember her. I can't remember her. I wish I knew what she looked like." And we had no idea how we would get a picture, or if any even existed, but Grace reassured me. She said, "There are pictures. I remember seeing some pictures in my grandmother's house." So we had some friends that were going over there, and they met with the great-grandfather, gave him a photo album, asked for a picture, wanted to say, okay, these people really want to get a picture from you. Could you get a message to the grandmother somehow, which would have been this man's daughter, because it was their great-grandfather, and see if somehow we can get a picture. Well, apparently there'd been a rift between the great-grandfather and the grandmother, and he never ever gave the message to the grandmother, and so she never got a picture to us. Well, one time a friend of ours who lives locally, the Saleshi family, were going to Ethiopia, and when we were in Ethiopia to adopt our kids, we were given a cell phone from their brother, the Saleshi's brother, who lives in Addis. There was an uncle that had that phone number because Mark had it, and just happened to call that number around the time that the Saleshis were going to Ethiopia to it's Dr. Saleshi, to his brother that was in Addis around the time that our friend Bon Saleshi, was going, because we had said, look, we don't want to tell the kids this, but if there's any way we could get a picture, please try to get a picture of the mother. Well, they took this request very seriously, thank goodness. And they had a brilliant idea. Rather than going to the village like we had gone the last time, they decided to pay them to come to the big city to bring a picture. So they brought a picture of the mother, which was literally this big. It was about 1 inch by 1 inch. And, but it's a picture. We blew it up 1 million different times and then gave it to our children on Mother's Day. And it was awesome. Amazing reaction was that they weren't quite sure. Like Ella was like, is that her? But there was like a weight that was lifted after having her somehow represented in our home, and now we have a picture of her, several different copies in different sizes within our home. But it didn't really get here till after 2 or 3 years after they were adopted, which meant that they hadn't seen a picture or her face for 5.5 years. Which is a long time for a kid. So anyhow, enjoy, subscribe to YouParent, and continue to support, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Oh, here's a little story of a mom and dad.
She's no Angelina.
Yeah, and he's not Brad. We're raising lots of kids from all over the world.
3 bad boys, fashionista girls.
Sam and Andrew, it's important to mention, were born in New York City via 2 C-sections. Matea was adopted in 2005. She came from Guatemala.
She's chica